What's next for Vegeta in Dragon Ball? Right now, Vegeta just debuted a brand new form, his God of Destruction form. He's got the purple aura, we assume. It hasn't been colored in just yet, but in the manga, he's got a new form. He's got new kind of Super Saiyan 3 facial features with the 0 eyebrows, and I assume he's got a purple hair, or purple highlighted hair. He looks crazy, to say the least. I think that it's a good step forward, the fact that Vegeta has a form that Goku probably will never get, and the fact that Goku has a form that Vegeta doesn't have. They finally have new paths to take going forward. It's a good step forward for Vegeta and for Dragon Ball. It is terrible that I'm hearing that in the newest chapter, Vegeta is losing or has lost already to Mr. Granola, who I am truly not fond of. This Granola guy. The Granola fella wished for his power, which I feel like shouldn't be a possible wish, especially with a weird 2 Dragon Ball gimmick going on. These new Dragon Balls, they shouldn't be that strong to make Granola this strong. Do you understand how strong these gods of destruction and Ultra Instinct forms are at this point in the series? I mean, for one, the characters have just become way, way too strong at this point. I think they could have found a way for this Granola guy to find a temporary power boost from some other magical source than another pair of Dragon Balls. And I feel like that's why I'm not a big fan of Granola. So I just think that Vegeta should have been able to kick his ass. I wouldn't have given a shit if it was just that easy. Take him out. But it didn't. It's not happening that way. Vegeta deserves a big win. Vegeta needs a big win. What is next for Vegeta in Dragon Ball Super? Right now, it seems like he's finally closing the gap between him and Goku that's sort of been there since the Tournament of Power at this point. Maybe even longer. It's just, I don't know. Vegeta at least gets to be the number 2. He at least gets to have lots of screen time. He's very popular. And he gets more screen time than Gohan, Piccolo, Tien, Master Roshi, Krillin, the androids, Boo, Hercule. Vegeta gets second most screen time, I mean, next to Goku and whoever the villain is of the week. And it feels like Vegeta gets plenty, in my opinion. And I think that he's in a great place, being Goku's second. The main character's Goku. You're going to have to deal with it. I've dealt with it. I understand Goku getting all the victories. And it would probably feel better if Goku's character was written better. But at least Vegeta is pretty cool still. Continuously cool. He doesn't get the wins he needs. I think he deserves. There was a time when it felt like Goku was always chasing, in a way, Vegeta. At least at first, when they first started turning Vegeta. I guess Goku's always been ahead. But it also feels like Goku had to earn his power, at least until after he became Super Saiyan. He fought for everything. He trained at crazy gravity levels. And then at some point, Goku just naturally kept getting stronger, it felt like. Or at least they weren't showing his training as well as they used to. And it just felt like things came to him so easily. And now it feels like Vegeta's got to claw and try everything, throw everything at the wall to get a power-up. And now he's got one. He's got his own unique power-up, which will make him more of a more popular. I guess he's already very popular, but it'll give him something that's his own. It does feel as if it would be nice if they had other characters for Vegeta to want to be rivals with than Goku at this point. I know we all want to see what happens when Ultra Instinct fights whatever this form is called. I hear he calls it like Ultra Ego or something from what I'm hearing in the new chapter, and that's fine. I guess that's him. It just feels like Dragon Ball has become a parody of itself in some ways. And they need to take a step back, maybe look at the future of this series. Vegeta is kind of he's still a big part of it, but I think it'd be cool if Vegeta and Goku at this point, being the veterans, the top diggity dogs for the longest time, can pass some of that down, give a little bit of a rub to the next generation if they ever decide to do a real time skip down the line. I mean, let Vegeta and Goku still be the vets. They are the Undertaker. They are the veteran fighters that are still there, always in the mix. But let other characters catch up. Let them train their children. Goten, Trunks, Pan, Marin, Android 17's kids, Oob. There's a new generation on their way, and it's time to let the older characters retire with some honor, either in battle, in a major sacrifice, or pass away. Let them make the true retirement. Let characters like Tien and Roshi and Krillin and whoever is just kind of reaching that age, and let them have a real retirement, especially if there's going to be a big time skip. By the time Goten and Trunks and Pan and Oob are all at that right age to be main characters, it wouldn't feel right at that point for Tien and Krillin and Roshi to continue to be part of these fights. Even Piccolo is kind of getting to the point where they've given up on him progressing. I hope that they find a way for him to progress. He's an Namekian. He can have a very long lifespan, and they do have a long lifespan. He can still keep going into the next generation and be a big part of the training of the next generation. Maybe one of the kids, maybe Goten or Oob or Pan. Pan would be perfect. If Pan, the daughter of Gohan, ended up training with Piccolo down the line. And then Vegeta, the main reason we're having this video here. If Vegeta in the next generation trained his son, spend some time with Trunks, maybe he even is a part of Pan's training or Oob's training. Could you imagine if Oob trains with Goku, of course, because that's the future of the series, but then ends up training with Vegeta as well at some point when he feels like, okay, I've learned everything Goku can teach me or is willing to teach me. I need to go in another direction to reach a new form, whatever form Oob can create down the line. I mean, he can still steal the idea they had in Dragon Ball GT and allow him to fuse with Fat Buu and become Majub. I'm diggity down. But I think Vegeta could play a major part in characters like Oob, like Trunks, even Goten's training. Maybe Goten wants to go on his own path, down his own path. Maybe Krillin's daughter Marin wants to be a fighter. They can write a new story that they don't have to follow the same story that they did in GT, where some of these kids like Marin and Bola didn't really train. Maybe Bola is a badass. Bola, Vegeta's daughter. Maybe Trunks doesn't want to train. Who cares? Maybe Bola becomes a absolute badass, and maybe she's Oob's rival and not Pan's rival. Maybe she's besties with Pan, but maybe she's a badass fighter. The daughter of Vegeta, stronger than Trunks, stronger. Maybe she becomes something special, and maybe she is, like I was thinking, Oob's rival, who's going to be Goku's technical first student that isn't related to him. And maybe Pan is also a great fighter, but she ends up going down the Piccolo path. It's all these opportunities that can happen if they decide to let Vegeta take a back seat. Let Goku take a back seat. What's next for Vegeta in Dragon Ball Super is probably a lot of big fights. He's got a new form. He's probably going to have another big fight with Goku at some point. They're probably going to have another tournament at some point. And I think he's going to really use that new destruction form to its limits. I'd be really surprised if we get any more forms anytime soon. I hope we do not. I hope this is the end of it. I hope Ultra Instinct and God of Destruction Vegeta are the final forms for a very long time, at least from these two characters. Maybe we'll get a fusion between the two of them where they combine the two hair colors, or it's kind of like Gotenks where they have the two colors at the same time, and Gogeta with both powers is born in the ultimate form, something crazy like that. I could see that happening. They're definitely going to do a Gogeta with both God of Destruction and Ultra Instinct power at the same time. You know it's going to happen, people. That's probably what's next for our friend Vegeta in Dragon Ball Super. And that's the truth. He's not going to die. They're not going to kill Vegeta off ever. Ever. Because his toys sell. You need him alive for that. They're never going to get rid of his character. I do wish they would send him on a new journey, character-wise. I know he's got a thing. He loves being a dad. Now, at least, he loves being with Bulma. So, I don't want to see him become Beerus's replacement. Maybe if there's like something where he has to, because Beerus dies or something and he can't come back and they need a God of Destruction and Vegeta's the only one who can do it and it's like something forced upon him. I could see something like that happen. And maybe he has to be away from his family for long periods of time because of it. That'd be nuts. Maybe let him have to rest like Beerus rests. If he becomes a forced God of Destruction and he leaves for a long period of time and maybe he comes back 10, 15 years later, if we do a big time skip, and he finally gets to spend time with his daughter and maybe trains with her and she resents him because he's been gone so long, but it's really not his fault. That'd be nuts. That'd be crazy cool. If anything, our best thing that could happen for Vegeta next in Dragon Ball Super or whatever new show they decide to call it, if they decide to do a big jump and a new revamp of who are the main characters, I could see major things happening for Vegeta, whether they do that or not. I think that he's got a big win coming. I don't think the author is deaf. Toriyama is going to give Vegeta his moment. He's going to give him his flowers. Whether that's him beating Goku, which he's already beaten him before, in a way, but beating Goku in the end, in they're probably their last fight against each other. I'd be shocked if we get another one after that. It's probably going to be like a movie, them fighting each other. That would be a hell of a movie. That's what I want for Vegeta's big crescendo out of the main spotlight, is them to build up to a Goku versus Vegeta movie. Call it Dragon Ball Goku versus Vegeta, the movie. That's all they'd have to do. And it's all based on their destined one-on-one. Maybe it's a tournament movie or something, and they just give away the fact that the finals is going to be Goku and Vegeta. I don't know. But the whole movie leads to that fight, and it's canon, and it goes down. And they finally tell us who is the one. And Vegeta could win it. It'd be crazy. I could see them doing that. They don't always give Goku the major win. This would be the time, and they kind of do. But this would be a good time to give Vegeta the win. Even though all these years of not getting it, he gets the big one. The one he's wanted all his life. And that's finally the point where he can retire with glory. And we can move on to the next generation, which I am dying for at this point. I want to see more development with Vegeta. Personally, I want to see him talk to other characters than Goku. I would love to see him have a long conversation with people like Tien or Master Roshi. Wouldn't he be sick if Vegeta at some point had to go train with Master Roshi? Like, I mean, that'd be insanely cool, I think, just to see what would happen if he trained in the Turtle School Arts. I don't know why or how it would happen, but I think it'd be something cool to see. Or if he went and trained with Piccolo for some reason. These are just ideas that I'm spitballing right now of things that could be next for Vegeta in the Dragon Ball franchise, in this anime, in this manga. It's going to happen, people. We've got many, 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 many more years, I feel, of Vegeta and Goku being in the spotlight, but at some point they are going to move on. And I think Vegeta can be that master, that old master, whether he's a god or not, to train the future going down the line. But I do know this, they aren't going to get rid of him because he makes money in merchandise sales. So yeah, that's what's next for Vegeta in the Dragon Ball franchise. I'm Mr. Morfetto. What do you guys think's next for Vegeta? You heard what I had to say. I want to hear what you guys say in the comments. Let me know below. Please subscribe to the Mr. Morfetto page for more My Hero Academia, Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece content, and much, much more. I will talk to you later.